Hello everyone, I am Ankit Dhi and welcome to another episode of AI with Habilelabs. So today I have with me Sahil.
Hi, sir.
So Sahil, can you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Sahil, and I'm working as an AI engineer in Habilelabs. So, today we are going to discuss about generative AI and its applications.
Okay. So we have a product called ProGPT. So we are going to discuss about that product. What does it do? So let's understand from the Sahil. Sahil, tell us more about ProGPT.
Okay. So, before jumping onto the ProGPT, I would like to draw some light on generative AI. What is generative AI? So, as you all have heard about ChatGPT, right?
It's very famous nowadays.
Yeah. So, ChatGPT is very helpful for solving your queries, for asking any question. You don't have to browse 10 tabs in your Google Chrome and have to come to a final conclusion. On ChatGPT, you just simply ask a question and it will give you a accurate and almost what you needed as an answer.
Okay.
So ChatGPT is like, it is an application of generative AI, and generative AI is what an artificial intelligence which is generating the content, generating the data just like human generates. So it generates text, it generates images, videos and all. So that is generative AI, and we have built an application that is ProGPT, which is built over these kind of models like GPT.
Okay. So I have read about that. For our audience, can you tell us more about generative AI, how powerful it is? The GPT-4 model is, it's very powerful. So
Yeah.
tell us more, light on this.
Right.
What all we can do, what all we can expect in future from GPT-4.
Sure. So, like previously, there were human beings who were generating content for like creating mails, writing some proposals, or writing any kind of data. So there was human intervention who were like writing any kind of content by their own. So now generative AI is helping these kind of problems in real life. Like you just need to give inputs like write me an email, and in within seconds you get an email completely written by artificial intelligence model. So it is saving your time, it is saving your energy and efforts. So that's how this is one of the example, like generating the content. And another example I can give is like you are having multiple documents and you need some summarization, some infographics out of it. So previously there were human beings who were reading the documents and creating some summaries and extracting the infographics. But now generative AI can understand those kind of documents and can create a summarization, any infographics, any analyticals, whatever you want. So that's how powerful and impactful generative AI is.
Okay, I have used that personally with the ChatGPT, and I know audience also, using it with different, stuff.
I think 90% of the tech people or non-tech people are using ChatGPT these
Yeah, it's decreasing, traffic of giant search engines.
Right.
Like people are not going to search engines and they are using products like ChatGPT,
Right.
and
But
they can have their solution right away there. So tell us more about ProGPT, how it can help us.
Sure. So let me give you another example with ChatGPT. Then after we will come to the ProGPT.
Sure.
So on ChatGPT, you can just ask generic questions like write me an email, or you can ask any specific question related to the data that is already available on the cloud or on any browser. But what if you need to ask any question from your personal data? Then ChatGPT will not be available to answer your question, right?
Right.
So that's when we came to a scenario, and we have developed a layer over that ChatGPT model where you can upload your personal data. It can be any PDF, it can be any website, it can be any kind of data source. And after uploading those kind of data sources to that product, you can ask any questions from it. Like you can ask any question from your personal data now. It is your personal ChatGPT.
Okay. I believe it is already implemented for a couple of customers.
Right.
So can we discuss about a couple of use cases? I believe we cannot, take the name of the customer, but at least the domain where it worked, and what was the use case we solved.
So let's start with our first customer that we onboarded 6 months ago. So there was a customer who were having multiple PDFs on monthly basis, and they need to extract some information out of it. And according to the information from those PDFs, they were planning for the upcoming months. So those data were very crucial, and there was a team who was handling these kind of tasks. So after implementing our solution, they just directly uploaded their documents and PDFs and all, and on monthly basis they get some planning and infographics from those documents.
Okay.
So now they don't need any team or any human intervention that they needed earlier for planning for the upcoming months according to those documents. So that is one of the example that we have set. And
For the same customer, can we go more deep into the domain? What was the maybe problem statement?
Sure.
On more deep?
Yeah. Let's take a deep example. So they were into some procurement. They have to purchase some materials from multiple ports in multiple countries.
So they are doing import export.
Right.
They are putting some stuff for the
Correct.
organization. Okay.
So for purchasing the material from multiple different countries and ports, they were having some PDFs. In those PDFs, there was some data related to purchasing the pulp and material and all. They were into that business. So those PDFs were having those kind of data in which they were having multiple price, stock price, and availability, and multiple factors that can affect the quantity and quality of that product. So there was crucial information.
I have some knowledge about this pulp industry.
Okay.
So what happened? What I have know about that, the rate of the pulp, it's vary from port to port.
Right.
It's different in weather. So all those information you are getting from the report, and that
Right.
you want to automate.
Right.
Okay. So like how you automate that, and how much it was helpful for them?
Okay. So like previously they were having like the report on monthly basis, and every month they need to perform the same task. So we have created an automated process where the data source that they were getting the PDF from, we have integrated with our chatbot, and our chatbot is crawling the data every month.
Okay.
Automatically.
Okay.
So now they don't have to check on monthly basis like did we get the updated documents or not. Our chatbot is doing automatically, and it is fetching the data every month and creating the summarization and infographics out of it.
Okay. So what I understood, like earlier they have an analytics team.
Right.
The analytics team reading all the reports.
Right.
Let's say higher management want to ask something, they go to analytics team, they refer multiple documents, they find out like which port is better, which weather is better.
Right.
If they have to import pulp, what is the duration which is optimized for them in terms of cost, in terms of when they can procure raw material.
Correct.
That's what happening earlier. Now like you change the scenario, you have a window where all the data get trained automatically, and management people or their analytics team, it's a tool for them.
Right.
And they can ask the query, and
Anytime.
they give you like infographics.
Correct.
Which port is correct, which time is correct, and they can magically import it, and it's gonna save their costs.
Correct. Like it's like having a team of multiple analysts at any time, like 24/7.
That's really wonderful for them.
So that is one of the example. And if we talk about another example, so recently we had a conversation with one of the stakeholders, and they were having same kind of documents, not the same kind of documents, but they were having RFP documents, request for proposal documents, and they need to understand the information in the RFP, and according to that they need to make a summarized file.
Okay.
So there were also a team of 35 to 40 members who were reading those documents and extracting the information, like what is the
So probably they are into government tendering.
right.
They like fill government tender, and that's why like they have huge RFP document.
Correct. 700 pages,
They need to
800
create
pages.
estimate and those things.
Right. So they needed to know about the tender cost, the tender value, and the eligibility criterias and all. And there was a team who were dedicatedly working on that, like extracting these kind of information and filling out in the multiple file formats. So we have also created this process automated, and we have like integrated chatbot where they can directly upload all the RFP documents, and they can create all the summarization process, and they can also upload their custom queries. Like if they want to ask anything specific in that document, so they can also type the query and they can directly get the answer.
It's great. So again, if I summarize, earlier their team need to go through the documents.
Right.
They have set of template
Right.
which, before tendering, like we also do, government tender, so I can easily relate that. So there are a lot of things you need to take care before
Right.
giving estimation, because that is the final estimation. You cannot change it once your project get allocated. And that whole team, it's a useful tool for them. Like
Right.
they can, directly use this tool. They can ask the query in a normal human language. They can get the answer. Even I think they can get the template itself.
Yeah, right. Like they can also upload their custom template, whatever the queries they need to ask, they can upload it in once. Like suppose they have 200 questions, they need 200 information from those RFP documents. So what they need to just do, like they can just directly upload a Excel sheet where all the 200 details are mentioned in the prompt, and our chatbot will automatically just fill out that Excel sheet.
That's great. What about the accuracy?
Let's take an example of ChatGPT for the accuracy. So whenever we ask a question with ChatGPT, it gives some answer at some kind of at a point. And when we ask the same question again, so it can give you the like another answer. The answer and information can be changed a little bit. So the behavior and randomness of the answer is quite difficult to manage, but we have came to a point where we can get almost 80% of accuracy in terms of question answering. Like on ChatGPT, you get randomness in answers, but our chatbot is tuned like that. If you ask a question, and the chatbot will always give you the same answer.
Okay, so like it's not randomly generating answers.
Right.
It's more on
Understanding the context.
Exactly. Okay. And what about ProGPT? So let's say if I have another use case, can I use as it is ProGPT, or for these two use cases you did some customization which will be needed? Tell us more about that.
Sure. So the customization that you needed is only prompt. Like the question you want to ask, we call it as a prompt. So the only customization needed is prompt. If you are like having RFP documents, the prompt will be different, right?
Correct.
And if you want to, if you are having multiple documents which have some technical information or some marketing strategies, so your prompts will be different. So that's the main point. We just need to customize the prompt, and everything will remain the same.
Okay. Let's say, you mentioned there is a template generation also.
Right.
If I have some, information, let's say I want to do it for, let's say I have a business where I need to fill a lot of information to make my trip.
Right.
Okay. And for that, I want to use ProGPT and I have a separate format.
Right.
So do you need to train your model for that particular format, or it will work out of the box? I upload any Excel format, it will, magically scan all the queries and fill that.
No. So basically ProGPT is like, is not for training your personal model. So currently we are supporting only the normal question answering, but the scenario you are discussing with me, we can update that model and fine tune that model according to the behavior you needed from the model.
But this is possible, like
this is possible.
Some more development customization needed.
Correct.
In terms of requirement, and then any kind of task can be achieved.
Yeah, correct. Like it is the customization that that our customer needed, right? So we can update our model according to that.
That's really great. So I believe, let's say if one of our customer maybe want to have a demo with them, like you're open for that?
Yeah, we are ready for it. Like,
so we are looking forward for comments, and let's say someone send us a comment for our demo, we can schedule a one-on-one call with them.
Sure. Like we will mention the link in the description box where you can get the link and you can have the demo of our chatbot ProGPT basically.
Okay. Also, like we are open for scheduling a one-on-one call with you. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned with AI with Habilelabs. Thank you.
Thank you.